At 4:15 in the morning on April 9, 1940, Denmark was asleep. No air raid sirens, no dramatic speeches on the radio, no sense that history was about to kick the door in. And then, Germany invaded. This was part of a larger Nazi plan called Operation Weserübung, which sounds like a spa treatment, but was actually Hitler's move to secure Norway and Denmark. Denmark's role in this grand strategy was simple: be in the way. Germany needed Danish territory to protect supply routes to Norway and to control access to the Baltic Sea. Denmark wasn't the main prize, it was the doormat. German troops crossed the border, warships entered Danish waters, and planes dropped leaflets over Copenhagen claiming this was all for Denmark's own good. Which is never a comforting sentence to read while foreign soldiers are marching into your country. Now here's where things get awkward. Denmark had a small, under-equipped military and absolutely no realistic chance of resisting Germany. The German army was one of the most powerful forces in the world. Denmark had courage, sure, but courage does not stop tanks. Within about 2 hours, yes, 2, Denmark surrendered. Some estimates say the fighting lasted closer to 6 hours, but either way, this makes it one of the shortest invasions in modern military history. There were casualties, around 16 Danish soldiers killed, and a few dozen wounded. Tragic, but compared to what could have happened, astonishingly limited. The Danish government made a calculated decision: surrender immediately to avoid the total destruction of the country and the deaths of civilians. Copenhagen was full of people. Bombing the capital would have been catastrophic. So Denmark chose survival over heroic last stands. And here's the strange part. Unlike most occupied countries, Denmark was allowed to keep its government, its king, its parliament, and even its army, for a while. Germany called Denmark a model protectorate, which sounds nice until you remember it's still an occupation. King Christian X became a quiet symbol of resistance. He famously rode his horse through Copenhagen every day without guards, showing that Denmark still stood as a nation, even under occupation. And despite a popular myth, no, he didn't wear a yellow star in solidarity with Jews. But the real story is just as powerful. When the Nazis later tried to deport Danish Jews, the Danish resistance and ordinary citizens helped ferry over 7,000 people to safety in neutral Sweden. One of the most successful rescue operations of the Holocaust. But back to 1940. From Germany's perspective, the invasion was almost comically efficient. Minimal fighting, ports secured, airfields captured, Denmark neutralized before breakfast. For the Danish people, though, it was a national shock. One morning you wake up in a neutral country. By lunchtime, you're occupied by Nazi Germany. The invasion also showed something important about World War II. Not every battle is about glory or dramatic last stands. Sometimes it's about impossible odds and brutal realism. Denmark didn't lose because it was weak or cowardly. It lost because resisting would have meant pointless destruction. So the German invasion of Denmark wasn't loud, long, or especially cinematic. No epic battles, no drawn-out campaigns. Just a fast, cold calculation by Germany and a painful but life-saving decision by Denmark. It was over almost as soon as it began. And sometimes, in history, the shortest wars leave the longest shadows.